Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as Russia. So for everybody who celebrates it, I hope you had a good Christmas. Also, if you didn't see it, we did start a second sponsored series with the Galactic Civilization 4 with its new expansion that just released. And so maybe go check that out if you haven't already. The first episode's already up on the channel and the second episode should be up today. So you may have noticed that I have set up an invasion of Romania here. So the reason for this is because I noticed that Austria-Hungary is actually justifying a war goal against Romania right now. And so that will result in Yugoslavia also joining that conflict since they're guaranteeing Romania. And so they'll go to war with both of them. And this would bring them into the war with the Mutual Assistance Bloc, which is kind of irrelevant considering the fact that the Central Powers does not border any of those countries, which are all over here. But they will get Yugoslavia conquered, and also Romania. And so we're going to try and attack them around the same time if we can. Let me see how long it would take to justify this war goal. Hopefully we can get it done in time. It's 160 days, 32 political power. If we take a look at when they'll be done, it'll be on the 7th of November. So it was 160 days for them as well, but they've already completed 94 of those. So we'll just have to hope that they don't get too much of it conquered before we're able to join the conflict, because they'll have this entire border here. Now that does mean that when we do join, this border should be completely undefended and we could just push in. We'll just have to see how it goes. But with all the Central Powers down here on this border, they're probably not going to last very long. So they'll get the war goal in 66 days. So basically, that's 94 days they have to last. 3 months. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But yeah, we'll try and get this war going. So I've already got troops coming over here. Also, we got 2 railway guns constructed. And so those are both on the way over here to give us those bonuses. We also need to spend our experience here. We've got air experience and naval experience that we could spend to get ourselves some extra bonuses here. So with the Spirit of the Air Force, I often get the research speed bonus, but we will not be doing it in this one. We've already researched several techs, so we didn't get that bonus for those. Could have, but we did not. And you know what? With the penalties that we're taking for the air accidents chance right now, which I don't know when we're going to get rid of those penalties, it makes sense to get this. This also reduces the cost of the air doctrine, so it's pretty nice to have. But these are our other options. But yeah, we'll get the air crew surveys. And then for the Spirit of Air Force Command, probably going to get the same one we always get, which is the centralized control. I really like this one. It's nice to have. So that was a lot of our air experience. So let's go and get the Spirit of the Naval Academy, because I think we actually do want to hire another admiral. And so it'd be good to get this before we do so. We're going to get the Grand Fleet. I think that makes sense with how we're building our fleet out. So we're going to get that one. And then that might affect any new admirals we hire, because there's a 50% chance we'll start with the gunnery experts. I'm hoping that we get a gunnery expert. And then for the Spirit of Naval Command, probably going to do the nighttime one. It's a really nice bonus to have since that's half the day. So you get that nighttime attack, nighttime spotting. This is a good option too, the close combat or the torpedo screen penetration, but we're going to get this one. We'll get the night fighting. All right, so we're done with all of our bonuses here for the Navy and the Air Force. Obviously, I have not started the Army ones due to the lack of experience. Now, I've already set up a fleet down here. We've got some submarines coming over here. Make sure they'll all come over here. And we'll just train them here. And so this is where we need to get another admiral, though I don't know that we'll use that admiral here. We have one extra one, but I'm hoping we can get somebody really good here. So Admiral Kolchak did get a trait, but not the one we wanted. This will reduce the retreat decision chance, but will increase the number of ships in the first contact. So it's not a terrible trait. We're going to try one more time. And so we got a career officer. All right. I mean, it's not bad. He'll promote quicker. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just change up who our admiral here is then and get him put in place. I mean, this one's not a bad one to have, but I think getting the experience gain would be a little bit more helpful for that particular admiral. But yeah, I didn't get the gunnery one that I wanted to get. But that's okay. So we're just going to place one of these guys. It doesn't really matter since I don't have any traits. All right, so all those ships will go down there, so we'll have them available. I'm not putting any surface ships here. I know that Romania has a little bit of fleet, but it's not much of one. I'm not too worried about it, guys. I have not moved the planes down there. We'll do that eventually. I did set up planes to train, though. So we got some more planes out here. training up. So that's like another almost 600 planes there. And that war down here just continues to expand. Venezuela has now joined that faction, so I assume Colombia is going to be pulled into this so they can assist in the war, which is at this point just in Central America here. Mexico is now at war with the United States, though, so it's only a matter of time before the Hispanic Alliance is defeated. But that is another thing distracting the communist United States. All right, so we did knock out this focus here. So let's go and move on to the next one. Remember, we do not want to end up in any wars with major powers, so I'm hoping the Romania conflict will not spiral into something larger. But let's go and get this one here. So this is a 2% bonus for the factory output, and then those production bonuses that we looked at last episode. But yeah, maybe the Hungarians, the Austria-Hungary doesn't declare war as soon as they get it. There's a chance. They might sit on it for a little while before they declare war, but probably not. Yeah, I think they'll probably invade, and I think it will go fairly quickly, so I don't even know if we're going to be able to get this done in time. We will just have to see, guys. I'm going to send more troops down there as well as we get these guys trained up. Make sure the railway guns are getting us those bonuses. Could move them a little bit closer here, but I don't like having them on the front line. I prefer having them back behind, so won't get a bonus there, I don't think. But that's okay. We'll get the bonuses here, which getting across the river, across this river that goes along our whole border, might be a little bit difficult. That's why I'm hoping that those troops will all come over here. But yeah, they're being distracted now by us, so they could have a lot more troops there. But we got to get the war goal. So, all right, so we did get this one here. So I think that's it, since this is a 1942 tech. So let's go and get the rest of the stuff that we need for the battleships. So we're going to spend, we want to spend the experience right now to get that. Yeah, why not? And then so once we have that, then the only thing that we have left to do is to get the 1940 battleship hull. And then we'll have everything that we want for the battleships. And then with this research slot, we'll go after the carriers. While the other one's going to continue to get stuff for the smaller ships. Could also do the carriers with that slot, I suppose, since that's a lot of things we got to get. But again, we're going to be keeping 2 research slots on the ships for right now. All right, so that's the last for the machine-assisted decryption. I suppose we can increase our own cryptology, so really just kind of focusing on that right now. That did get us an operative, since we now have enough upgrades. And we could get the Hungarian. Might make the most sense. Just really focus on the central powers here. So yeah, we're going to get him. We're not going to be sending him to Austria-Hungary, though. Instead, we're going to put him in Romania to get this bonus, since that's going to be the next conflict. I hope, anyways. We will see. Did they get the war goal done? Let me just see where they're at. That's right, the 7th of November is when they get it done. Maybe the winter will help them out. I don't know. It's got a rough terrain up here. I just don't expect they're going to hold out for very long, guys. We'll just have to see. I suppose we'll get this one next. The assault attack bonus that will cost you some production just to get down to this one. And we'll go ahead and spend the experience on that as well. And get these updated. This is our artillery manufacturer. And that's just for the special forces doctrines. I don't know which route we're going down on that one right now. Like which special forces we're going to try and improve. We don't really have a lot of special forces troops, we just have the Alpine ones right now. Japan just declared war, and that's on them right here, and they are part of this mutual assistance bloc. And so they'll be invading them. That also brings them into conflict with Yugoslavia, which shares that faction with them. So I don't know if we'll see Japan coming over here. I don't know where they'd invade from, though. Yeah, because I know they have Denmark in their alliance, which might be the only thing keeping them from being conquered. Although I don't know if the Japanese have troops over there yet. They also declared war in Sinking, so basically Japan's going to be up on this whole border with us. We're going to have a massive border with Japan. Luckily, we do have that non-aggression pact right now with them, so we don't have to worry about them attacking us. We did get those range improvements. We'll probably wait to add that until we get this Engine 3 tech in just 5 days. Makes sense to wait to get that. And then we need to get the improved air-launched torpedoes. So I think that's what we'll get next to improve our naval bombers, because they're not great. So I was going to get this one. Let's give it to the naval aircraft designer. Now somebody pointed out that we do not have an MIO for our dive bombers. That we didn't put one in place. That's because we don't have one. We have none available for the closed air support. So that's not an option. That's the reason why I didn't assign one, because we don't have one. No options there. All right, let's go and bring this tank over to here. I think that this is probably plenty enough troops over here. And yeah, we do have them in like 3 different armies, so kind of confusing, but it's fine. I would get the engine 3, excellent. So now we need to make some adjustments to our plane designs. And then we also need to get something selected for our next tech. I think 1 slot here on the planes is fine now. Let's go and get the 1940 heavy tanks so we can start building heavy tanks finally. And we're gonna put this on the heavy tank designer. And we also got a trait for that light aircraft designer, which again is only for the fighters and the carrier fighters. So probably want to get the increased range. I know that the naval attack's not very helpful because we aren't using them for that, but more range is always nice to have. This would be the other option, which is pretty nice too, production efficiency gain and higher research bonus. You know what, let's get that one. We don't need to update. Excellent. So that is immediately helpful since you get that production bonus. We no longer have the effects of rebuild the nation, but we do have the political power to get somebody else over here. Nothing really exciting when it comes to the military high command. And we are really stacked on stability, so I don't think it would hurt as bad for us to go ahead and put him in place. I know that it hit us on the political power, but again, we've done pretty good filling these out. And I really like the bonuses he provides. Attacking division speed, attack against major countries, and then the cab unit design cost. That one's just a little something extra you might not use. But yeah, I think it's worth it. The bonuses he's granting us. If stability and political power aren't a problem, which they're not, and a big part of that is because of this one bonus that we just continually get here, this weekly stability, which we'll lose next year. But that's the reason why we're sitting at 100% stability right now. And so that's very, very nice because you get out those full bonuses there. So Guatemala has capitulated, but Mexico, their time is soon to be up. And they did declare war as soon as they had that, unfortunately. So now we'll just have to see how long they can hold out. So pull Poland in as well. Yep, there's that. Oh, well, that's interesting. The French Commune has joined the Mutual Assistance Bloc. But where is the French Commune? Is there anything left of them? They got an island somewhere, maybe? Is this all they have right here? Yeah, that might be all they have left in the world. Everything else has been conquered to theirs. But they're now in that mutual assistance block, so kind of irrelevant. But yeah, that's all they have. One little island. I didn't see anything else out there. I think they lost all the other islands that they have. And Germany is at war again since they've joined into this conflict. So we get this here on the 9th of February. So we're hoping that they hold out that long. I wish they'd send these divisions over there. Just leave this open so that when we do come in, we can just invade them. Romania joined the Mutual Assistance Bloc. Okay, that's interesting because we have a border with them here. I mean, that makes sense since they had that guarantee. Yugoslavia did. So that means we should probably put troops on that border with them here. Yeah, that'd make a lot of sense. Alright, so which army do we want to send over there? I think we have this one here can do the job suitably, I think. So just put them onto this front that you have to do separate ones, unfortunately. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. Well, you don't got to do it with them, of course. They're subject. So I think it's just these two here. And then you also have this little patch right here that you got to set up. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some units moving over here. Let's get some cab units moving over there. And then we'll also want, I don't know, just like a few units over here, I think. Some infantry. Over there. Give them some planning bonuses. I don't know if this is going to be a problem with supply. All these troops that we're sending, it might be. So this is what we'll do. We'll take like an infantry unit and send them over to here. So we don't have enough troops over there anyways. We want to expand as quickly as we can there. So this border here, we're gonna get rid of this. Not planning on going to the war with the Central Powers yet, so I think we'll be okay. Got troops training up. And we did not do our planes. Damn me, I forgot about those. So let's go ahead and get the basic dual purpose battery here. And then we'll go ahead and do that. And then also we need to get a trait selected for the battle line shipbuilders. So this is good, we're getting this all done before we actually start building our battleships. So do we want max speed or armor? I feel like armor is a little bit more useful. Max speed's nice because it helps you avoid being shot. So we'll get that, and then we'll start moving down a different line. Alright, so we need to design these planes while I'm thinking about it here. So just redesign them, I should say. Add a few different things here. So we can change up the engines if we needed to. And what's nice about doing that, while it does increase the production cost a little bit, you're getting a bit more max speed and a good little chunk of agility, so I feel like it's worth it if you're going to upgrade them in the first place. We did name these guys the Screaming Eagles, based on one of your guys' suggestions. So let's go ahead and get the engine changed, as well as add in the drop tanks. So you get those added in. You could do the extra fuel tanks, but it does reduce your air defense, so we're not going to do that. Also adds a lot to the weight there. So yeah, we're just gonna leave this as is, just to increase the range a bit. And yeah, you're getting that agility as well. Not as much, since we added those on there, and so they're heavier now. Yeah, this looks pretty solid. I like the extra range there. I think that'll be helpful. Alright, so let's go and save that. And then we want to change up these guys here. Okay, excellent. And then we also need to do the dive bombers. We're gonna wait to do the naval bombers until after we get that other tech. So what's gonna be really helpful for these guys is changing up the engine. Look at that production cost. Since we have the 2 engines right now, and so with this you get the same amount of thrust for significantly less on the production cost. So very helpful there. So we're gonna get that, and then we'll probably also want to get those drop tanks on there to increase their range too, so they'll have the range that the fighters have. So put those on there. Could lose some of that air defense and getting more range, but yeah, we'll just go with the drop tanks, guys. Now it does have that extra production cost. Something to consider. Yeah, let's go and save this. And then get these guys changed up. And then again, we'll do the naval bombers later, once we get the better torpedoes for them. So yeah, this is not going well, guys. I don't know if we'll be able to get in there in time. We'll just have to see. I just don't think they're gonna be still in the war at that point. It might have been a waste of a little power, but I wanted to try it. And now if they get all this conquered, then we're gonna have this whole border with the Central Powers all the way across. Pretty typical for Russia, of course, that you have a wide border with whatever faction Germany's in. But this is wider than usual because you often conquer these countries already. And then you can get Bessarabia too. And so, yeah, it's going to be a much wider border than normal that we have to defend. And it looks like there's a civil war in Mexico. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so they're already dealing with this. And now they have the second Mexican Revolution. And that new revolutionary state did join the American faction. Portugal has capitulated. So Italy invaded them. Okay, so they have capitulated. We also got our national focus completed. Excellent. So let's go ahead and go after this one next. Because yeah, we finished up down here, so that's the end there. And so we want to get this one. This will grant us a 5% factory and dockyard output bonus, so very, very nice. Also 2 civilian factories and 10 steel. So I think it's worth doing. So let's go and get it. Mainly for the factory and dockyard output bonus. That one's fantastic, very helpful. We don't have anything going into our convoys right now. I think we're building more dockyards at the moment. We got that armor, excellent, so now we can go after the battleships. 97 days to get that completed. And so I'm hoping we get another trait done. Yeah, I don't think they're going to hold out, guys. It's already... Yeah, I mean, it's not even December yet. And look at how things are going. I didn't think they would hold out for very long, but... Geez, they're falling apart even quicker than expected. So we got an event about the Soviet volunteer group. Doesn't really make sense since we're not the Soviets anymore. But we can say that we'll support China here. And that'll grant us air experience and unlock the decision to dispatch the Soviet volunteer group. Or we can say they'll have to make do with what they have. We'll increase opinion with Japan. Well, 25 air experience is nice. We're not going to antagonize Japan. Though I guess you don't really get a penalty with them. What is our current opinion with Japan? They really like us. Because of that support for the exiles. So you could boost the opinion even higher if you wanted to. You know what? I guess if you're not going to get a penalty here, might as well do that. Get the air experience. We don't have to actually send them anything. I didn't realize we weren't going to get an opinion penalty there. I thought we would. It makes sense that you do. Alright, so we do have a lot of these infantry units done training. And so let's go and put them on the border here. Though again, like I said, I don't think it's going to matter. Because I don't think we're going to war with them. And we'll take a look at the fronts over here. I assume, yeah, that they don't have any supply. Okay, so yeah, supply is a garbage situation over here. Some of these units are training as well, but yeah, the supply is terrible. There's no supply hubs like anywhere. Wow, I didn't realize it was that bad. There's no supply hubs. We have to fix this situation anyway for when we fight Japan, so it's good that I noticed this. There's no rails going out here. Yeah, there's nothing. Alright, so I think this is the best way to do it. We have the 2 supply hubs here, and then 1 rail coming from down this way, and the other rail's coming from over here. You would think it'd be more efficient to connect the rail from here, but it's actually around the same, because there's a lot of provinces over here, a lot more than here, because these are larger provinces. So I think it was around the same number, and you're going up along the front. So they take 1 province here, and then your rails are no longer connected to that. And so it's better to come from this way, and it's not like rails take that long to build anyways. So yeah, that's the situation there, guys. There's no supply here. You know what? I don't think we'll get it done in time. Yeah. We still need to do it, though, like I said, for the war with Japan. So it's not like that's pointless, but yeah, I don't think we would get that done in time. Let me just take a look real quick. Yeah, that'd be April to get those constructed. So basically, they would not have supply when the war started. We do not need to be notified about this, since we're not going to be sending them any volunteers. Just make sure our planes are training if they need it. Some might still need a little bit of training. Let's take a look over here. But yeah, I don't think we even be able to join this war, guys. I think Romania will be defeated by February. Maybe not, but probably. Germany just declared war on Belgium. Well, that's interesting. Will they go to war with the Dutch as well? Oh. So they're now at war with Britain. Okay, so I was expecting this not to happen because France is gone. But I guess because the British control France, they did the war with Britain instead. And so now they're going to go through Belgium. We might skip over the Dutch. The Dutch are communists, though. They're going communist. Now, it's interesting that they ended up joining... Yeah, they joined this faction instead. So that's the current situation, guys. Germany has joined the larger conflict, and so now they have to fight here in Italy and here in France against the British. Pakistan just joined the German Empire. Okay. Just joined the Central Powers, I mean. I was thinking about a war with Iran. Let me just double check they don't have any guarantees here. You never know, though. They might end up joining another faction. That's a real possibility. We need to build more troops. I keep meaning to do this, and then I don't. We also need to change up our division designs a little bit further as well. So I think we were adding the motorized artillery to the tank unit here. And I suppose we need to get more of these support companies too. So this is what we'll do. We'll add the motorized artillery here, save that, and then let's go ahead and do something with the infantry, because yeah, we have a lot more infantry than we do tank units. So we'll get those, and then maybe add... Well, we don't have enough. Okay, so we'll go ahead and save that. So that means everybody is going to need training. and we do want to also build more units. Let's get, we'll do 5 more tank units, and then we want a few more infantry as well. Just a few. Get 10 more here. Could train a lot more than that. Let's put these guys in Moscow here, and then have them go into that army. So yeah, we could train a bit more, quite a few more, because we're looking pretty good on equipment. We even got the artillery at the moment. So yeah, I guess we will. I know we still got to make adjustments to this unit though. So I guess we'll get 20. That's like almost a full army there. Let's try and build up our troop numbers in preparation for the war with the Central Powers, which is going to be sooner rather than later with the situation here. We need to fix this. Get rid of this. This is going to be a continual issue. And then these guys cannot invade this way, so we're just going to have them invade over here. Not that it matters, because again, it's probably going to... it's going to be over by the time that we're ready to join it. I mean, maybe not. Isn't it like early February? Let me just double check here. Yeah, 9th of February. We might be able to. They might be able to hold out another month. Probably not, though. This is the mountains, though. A little bit harder to get into. And the Central Powers did just start that other war, so maybe. All right, so we got another trait for the raiding fleet. Okay, so we got all the ones for the submarines. So it might not be useful to get any further ones. We might be using this for our destroyers, though. So you could get this one for reduction of fuel usage. I mean, we don't really have fuel problems, but I mean, it's helpful. Yeah, I guess that's what we'll do. We'll get that one. And then do we want to update those right now? Yeah, I mean, naval experience isn't really an issue for us. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. But do we want to actually... Yeah, this is what we'll do. We'll build one more of each of these. And I'll do the design later, guys. It's not that big of an issue. Alright, so these guys are all here, so let's go and actually... You know, we probably shouldn't train over here anymore. Let's have them come over here. And then we do have some submarines to join up with our fleets here. And we'll want to get all these guys. Not those two. Put them into here. And they're probably repairing right now. Yeah, repairing at one of those destroyers. And then we'll put these guys into, just have them do their own little fleet here. Task force, I should say. And then get them and train it up. Alright, excellent. We could start moving planes over here, since we know that the war's going to be starting here in a month. Let's wait and see if there's any point on moving them over there. Because then, in fact, we don't even know if we'll be able to do the war. I should probably train up troops. If we're going to do it, we need to train them now. It's going to get everybody training. That'll get us some more army experience as well. So we'll get all these armies training up. They don't have to train for very long. We did get the improved air launch torpedoes. Excellent. So we could go ahead and get the heavier machine guns. You know, I don't know if we're going to get these guys. Like, I like them, but we are stretched out on our research at the moment. I really think we need to move to other things. We still need to get the improved medium airframes, too, for the better tactical bombers. So we should probably get that. I think that makes more sense. Try and get that knocked out. Because, yeah, we have so many things that we have to get. So we need to change up the naval bombers and give them those better torpedoes, which should just change the name for us. Yeah, there we go. And I'll have to check the comments, see if anybody suggested names for the naval bombers. We put the new engines on there as well. Increases their agility for not too much on the production costs. And then we also want to give them the extra fuel tanks, or the drop tanks. I almost want to give them the extra fuel tanks. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, guys. We could sacrifice the air defense for these particular ones. Alright, so let's go and save that. And then change up their production line to the new ones. Alright, so everybody's training up over here. We did get more railway guns done, but we're not going to move those over there, because I think the 2 that we have cover the whole front. I think these are just the 2 ships that we're building. And so yeah, we might be able to invade. It's just a matter of weeks now. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to get anything in the peace treaty. Belgium just capitulated. The Germans are now invading into British-occupied France. And we did finish up the submarines. There's nothing we need to actually change with those, since it was just the MIO that was changed up. And let's just pull back a little bit so we can have... Well, you know, I feel like we're doing pretty good on submarines. I think this was good as is. And then while we're in here, we'll go ahead and do the destroyers. Well, I don't think we're researching anything for those. We have the basic dual purpose gun. Maybe use those, I don't know. But yeah, we'll get that next one built out. And now Luxembourg has been pulled into the conflict. They've joined the Allies, of course. Oh yes, we still have more dockyards. Okay, we'll put those into the submarines then. Yeah, I think we will be able to invade. But again, I don't know how much we'll be able to get. We got the dual purpose, but we need to get the 1941s. So let's go ahead and do that. With the, I guess the battle line shipbuilders. Keep on doing those. And hope that we can get them on a trait before we're ready to build the battleships. Well, we got the steel casting industry, so that one's going to be helpful. You cannot get the synthetic rubber because we have not researched the rubber processing. I see. So that one's not even an option. Okay, well, we can do the oil production. You know, I don't think we need this one because we get our fuel from oil rather than from the synthetic oil. So yeah, we don't really need that one. This one's helpful, resource gain efficiency. But you know what? I don't think we're going to do it because there's so many other things that we have to get, guys. So yeah, I think we're done here. Because I really feel like we need to start working on the military one. And of course, there's all the stuff down here too. Lots of stuff down here. And so yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the, finally, do the army one. And so this will increase mobilization speed and recruitable population factor. While this one here does have some penalties with its bonuses. Yeah, we don't even care about the civilian to military factory conversion costs. It's kind of crappy, but you got to get it anyways in order to move down these branches. Remember, this is the one we want, so you got to get both of these to get this one, and then you can get... Well, you can't get that one until you have the means to wage war, and so you have to get this one as well. Okay, so yeah, let's just start out with the one that's most beneficial. We'll get this one. 35 days to get that completed. And we finish up the destroyers. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at those and see what adjustments we want to make. We know we have the new guns for them. So we could get the light battery 3s, increasing light attack to 2.1 and light piercing to 2.6. It'd probably be better to get the dual purpose main battery 2. That doesn't decrease speed as this does. And while our light attack's not going to go up at all, what's it matter? That's not really a significant bonus anyways. The piercing goes down, but that's not really that much of an issue. But look at the anti-air. You get a lot more anti-air, and that's just more useful for the destroyers, I feel. So that's what we're going to do. I think we did that in our last series. So the gun is the only thing we're changing, of course, besides what the original change was, which was upgrading the MIO. So yeah, let's go ahead and save that, and then get these out there. And we'll put the full dockyards into them as well. And then get them going to St. Petersburg. Alright, so let's make sure that the new destroyer is training up over here with this task force. Alright, so just about a week or so. And then we'll be able to invade here. And Luxembourg capitulated quite quickly as expected. But you see they're not making as much progress now that they're at war with the Allies. So just one more day here. Of course, we did not get this done over here, so there's nobody here right now, though. So it's not that big of an issue. And supply is actually better than it was before, despite not having the supply hubs there. You know, I got the rails completed, but the supply hubs are still being worked on. And I think those are going to be useful against Japan, although maybe not if we take over all this territory. I'm a little surprised they didn't push forward at all. They've taken a little bit over here, but I guess Japan is fighting on all these other fronts. You know, they're in the Philippines, they're over here, and might even be involved in Europe some. So yeah, I assume that's what's going on. I'm surprised Denmark is still sticking in with it. I'm very surprised. All right, so let's go ahead and declare war on Romania and the Mutual Assistance Bloc. And so we'll be at war with all those countries there. We don't have any allies to call on. All right, so this is our first conflict with a faction. Again, it's a little tiny faction, but still a faction. You can see how they're doing. Romania is only 21% towards capitulation currently. Okay, so let's go ahead and start our invasion. We're going to slow this down. I did not move the planes. Should have done that. But I was worried that we wouldn't even get to use them because I didn't think we were going to get to invade it all. Alright, so I don't even know how many we need. Probably not many. And get these guys doing the air superiority. And then we'll also want to send, let's have these guys train. A couple tactical bombers. And then maybe a close air support as well, a few of these. And we have some here. Do we not have any close air support over here? You know what, maybe not, because we didn't have many at the time. So we need to get some training over here. We gotta have at least some in here. So that's what we got for the naval bombers, not many. Here's your dive bombers right here. Okay. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get these two air wings training up. I'll take a look at the other planes later, guys. Let's just get those ones training. So yeah, it's just gonna be the dive bombers for right now, or excuse me, the tactical bombers. And I don't think we need much here anyways, because we're getting all that help from the Central Powers, so. Alright, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and now start the invasion. See how we want to do this. So, I'm surprised that these guys are still over here. Let's go ahead and invade across here. With everything we got. Have just one unit stand in this location. Nobody's going to stand here because we can just move these guys over here to cover that for us. And then what we really need to do is get across this way. And so we're going to send our tanks and our cav. And then over here, same deal. At that location. And then we'll also send... No. We'll go this way. We'll send everything we have, actually. If it's not going to be on a border with another location. Well, you know what? I guess there is this one. So we'll have one guy stay back. And then this one, same deal. You probably don't want to have everybody go across. We'll just have this cav unit. Just leave one infantry unit in each of those. And then also there's the fleet that we need to manage. So let's stop training here. And then have all these guys do the convoy raiding. And only the Black Sea. So they'll go out there now. Start sinking some convoys. We do have the emergency factory conversion decision that we're not going to take, so let's go ahead and say we don't need to be notified about that. And then just get across here. And is that considered a major power? Seems like it. So, third 5-year plan has been disrupted with the current attack on the motherland. It's clear that our previous plans for economic growth are no longer feasible. We may return to them once peace has been restored, but for now we must focus on military production. Every industrial focus related to the new project. Okay, so apparently there's a major power here. Who? I guess I'm going to take a look at that. Oh, France is still considered a major power. I didn't think about that. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway because we finished up that branch of the focus tree, but yeah, that means you can't go down any of these ones now. That's fine. So I'm glad I didn't try and get those. Because yeah, we finished up over there, guys. So Japan has actually invited us to the faction, as has Germany. We're going to decline both of those, obviously. We're not interested. We're getting offers of non-aggression packs. We're not going to accept any of those. We have a non-aggression pact with Japan, and that's the only one we need a non-aggression pact with. Obviously, the Central Powers are our next enemy. Probably. I mean, we might attack Iran first, actually, but Philippines just capitulated. So Japan having their success there. Let's go and have these tanks push forward over this way. These guys are going to go over here. We do not need to have the tanks defend that location. Just move nice and quick to try and get as much territory as we possibly can here. So the railway guns need to... We'll move them over here now. Same way with these guys. Make sure that they get those bonuses. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and shoot across the river there. And these guys can come over this way. Let's move nice and fast through here. And let's just take everybody that's here and have them all go that way. Oh, interesting. Tenutuvo just joined their faction. Okay, so they'll probably get pulled into the war now. Or very soon anyway. So we're going to have to stretch the border out here. Okay, so you kind of got a weird situation with the fronts being changed up. So what we'll do is have the troops that are in here go onto this front. So I did forget about this front. So we need to start moving forward here. And maybe take a couple other divisions to send them over here. Obviously 3 is not enough. So let's do this CAV division here. And then this guy doesn't have crap for supply. He'll go over there as well. And let's go start pushing forward. Start grabbing territory. This guy can come over there too. Have him push forward here. And this guy's going this way. And maybe this guy can come over that way. Just grab all this territory up on our borders. Nobody to stop us, probably because they're on the borders with Japan. So they're focused on that area. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab all this territory here. Did get some units cut off, so let's go ahead and get them destroyed now. Wipe them out. Go ahead and get those guys cut off as well. And then get the tanks coming across here. And then just kind of beelining towards... I mean, we need to take over as much as possible, so forcing them to capitulate actually isn't the best way to do it. You kind of want to take over like this coastline. Trying to get some more war score, essentially. So make sure our troops all up along the border are still pushing forward, taking territory. Okay. It's going to take them all a while to go there. And so we're just going to focus on this front. The important front, where we're trying to gain some territory. So I'm going to actually hold out on taking the capital. We do want to make sure we're the ones that takes it, of course, but we're just going to hold out on that just for a minute. Alright, so we need more troops to come over here so we can do this attack here. Just barely holding out there, but that's okay. Let's have these guys attack here now. Well, these guys are also going to attack into here. So pushing forward nice and quick. And they go that way. Yeah, let's have these guys do it this way then. That'll be taken here soon, hopefully. Going to grab that location with that CAV unit. So just trying to get these little pockets destroyed. And then let's go... How do we want to do this? So Bulgaria is also in this war, aren't they? Yeah, so we have to invade them too. And I don't know how much of this we'll get when they capitulate, so that's why I think we should probably try and take it all on our own and then go after the capital last, which is worth the most points at 20 victory points. And so just take a look, they're currently 43% towards capitulation. Like, I don't even know if you can defeat them without taking over the capital. We need to get this dealt with here so that all the troops can come onto this border. And we'll also need to move the railway guns as we take over the rails. We don't have them yet, though. We'll have them in 6 days. And let's go ahead and also... Whoop, nope, don't do whatever you're doing, buddy. Okay, he's actually having to defend himself, so that's fine. Can we push forward here? No. So we'll just have to wait. I would pull the tanks off here, but then nobody would be defending this, so we'll have to wait until we get some more units. We'll go over that way, get that location taken. And don't see us attacking over here just yet. Let's just wait. We're gonna turn down all these non-aggression packs and see what happened over here. So we actually lost a submarine, unfortunately. Okay, but they're all really old, crappy submarines, and we haven't put a surface fleet over here, so I think that's inevitable that we'll lose some of them, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it at all, guys. So again, we're going to avoid taking the capital. And now we just got to wait for all our troops to get onto the front. Let's go and attack here to get that unit cut off. And can these guys move up along the rails? Not yet. Has not been long enough. All right, so let's go and dip over to this front and see that we're pushing forward. Alright, so let's take over that location and move up along here. Nobody here to stop us. Nobody on this front at all. And then we'll push forward here and still going after the capital there. Move up along there, and it seems that we're now into this conflict as well. So start pushing forward. And this can all be turned into one front as well. So we'll get rid of this and then stretch this out like so. And then maybe make it so that the cohesion's a little bit more balanced. Not so flexible, so you don't have troops moving so far away. Alright, so let's go back to Romania. Again, just avoiding taking the capital. Try and get control as much of this territory as possible before we do that. Since they'll capitulate, and then who knows who will get this territory here. Will we get it? Will they get it? I don't know. If we just take a look at total war participation for our side, it's 16% at the moment. That's it. So not very high. Austria-Hungary and Germany have a lot more. So yeah, we'll finish up the invasion of Romania next episode, and then we'll go into Bulgaria, maybe into Yugoslavia. They might be defeated by that point, though. Continue the wars over here. Try and get as much of this territory as we can. So just keep on pushing forward with our troops. And looks like he got stopped or something. Oh, when I changed up the orders. I see. So yeah, we have to re-give these orders then. Just make sure nobody else got messed up. Alright, so we can try and take over that. So it's a bummer because he was almost there. And so he lost his progress there. And if we have anybody who's trained up, we do. We have some infantry units that are currently trained. Let me go ahead and move these over to this front here. Get a few more troops to assist us. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you in the next one. And thanks for watching.